Hey everyone, it's a beautiful Saturday. I got a surprise for everyone. I thought I would just jump in this Saturday and I was able to upgrade the computer. So now I can do some editing. I can do a lot of different stuff on OBS, or really the broadcaster studio, than I ever have before. And I'm really happy about it. So I thought I would go live, try out this new computer, see like the last time if I shared pictures in the OBS studio, uh, it would it would max out my CPU or processor, and then it would throw me off the internet. It would slow down. It would start stuttering my picture. So here I am, and I'm not stuttering. I got pictures up. I'm going to share in just a second. How's it going, Brown Dwarf? Hey, man, I would love. I'm going to have to do a show with you, like where you call in and share some of your things that you got going on over there. You got a lot going on, and I would love to chat with you. And it doesn't even have to be on the show. I would just love to chat with you, but it would be nice if we could chat and share with everybody, what we talk about. So I thought that would do, if that's okay with you. And he says, let's do it, bud. Yay! Right on, man. You're making me happy. I got goosebumps. Yeah. Hi, Ivy and Bethany and Dayanara. I hope I got that right. That one always gets me every time. How am I going to say the last name? It's really, that one's hard. But I got this grin on my face. Some things happened. Actually, I'll give you a little bit of history. There's actually the last, I don't know, couple of years up near me, right at the edge of the foothills, or I guess it would be the edge of the foothills, edge of the valley, where the mountains meet the valley. There's this one ridge that they call it Pine Ridge. It's where all the TV stations put their antennas and everything, because it's like, I don't know, a little over around 5,000 feet, maybe 4,700, something like that. They actually have telescopes up there for that you can rent, or people can rent. I know Japan and North Korea and different countries rent the use of these telescopes. And they have, like, I don't know, a dozen of them up there, and the roof slides back in the night, and it's all accessed by the internet. But it's a really beautiful place up there. And they get snow because they're a little bit high up there. Only a couple of years ago, we have a Facebook group just for mountain people, and I raised my kids in the mountains, and I lived up there around 22 years, something like that, until I couldn't live up there anymore. Couldn't take care of my property. Got too disabled to be able to hang. So so I moved down here, but that doesn't mean all my friends aren't up there. Well, recently in the mountain group, somebody posted some pictures, and let me go to the first picture here. And somebody, this young girl posted this. She was coming home from school, and her this is what she found in the driveway of her house, going to her house, is this print. And everybody argued at first because the arch is on the wrong side and stuff like that. But there's rocks and stuff in. It's a dirt road, so some places are more packed than other places. So the footprint probably isn't going to be as squishy, and some, when the Bigfoot steps down, it's not going to squish everywhere because that there could be some hard pan right there, or hard clay where the water wouldn't make it soft. And you can see the rocks, around the edge. And then I have another picture, a little bit of close up here, and you can see the rocks, you know. And I'm not even sure if it's really a Bigfoot picture, but this is what they found. Now, a couple of years ago, eh, starting a couple of years ago, they started having some screams up there, and nobody knew what it was. And there was a big, you know, uh, I guess, I don't know what you call it, a big chat session on in the mountain group on what they thought it was. And now these are all mountain people that live up there. Most of them been living up there that were, born and raised up there. And, and some are newcomers from, from different places. But most of them that live up there are been up there a long time, and they've heard mountain lions and they've heard bears, and they have that stuff running around. And these noises that started happening were a little bit like, more than what they're used to. So, and they didn't know what it was. And then it died off, and then I guess around, in the fall, or towards the end of the summer this last year, it picked up again. And the thing was screaming all night long, whatever it was. And nobody could agree on what it was. It wasn't coyotes, it wasn't bears, it wasn't mountain lions. Nobody knew. But then there was no tracks either. And then a couple days ago, this teen girl, that I won't say her name or anything because I don't have permission, uh, put this picture up. And I don't think she minds that I put the picture up because Jeffrey Gonzalez already jumped on this, and he's already interviewed her on video, got permission from her mom. He's probably got a team together and gonna go up there and check this whole thing out. And that's okay, that's fine, because I know I'm going to. I'm going to go up there and check it out. I have plenty of time, nothing but time. So I'm going to spend some time up there. And I'm going to see if I can't figure out where they're staying, or, what's going on up there. And I'm going to try to see if that's really a Bigfoot print or not, you know. But I thought I would come on and bring these pictures to you and try this computer out. I just built this computer yesterday, um, and I think it's working pretty good. I mean, I put it through its paces last night for a couple hours, running videos at the same time, and I never streamed with it though. I just wanted to see how it streams. Right now, I have it mostly on pretty high settings, and it looks like it's hanging pretty good. That the print was up by Pine Ridge, up on Pine Ridge, over by Meadow Lakes, or above Meadow Lakes, is what they said. And I'm gonna go up there and check it out. I think I know the family, and if I don't know the family, I know somebody that knows the family, and I'm pretty sure that they're pretty closed mouthed when it comes to Sasquatch and stuff like that. So, it's mostly like a big joke to everybody. So going up there is going to be a little bit of a challenge to talk to people, but I'm going to see who will talk to me and see who will, go on tape and, talk about Bigfoot up there. Uh, my nephew was up there a couple of weeks ago, and he heard, just down the range, like the same mountain, like, or just down the ridge, probably about 4 miles. he was at another development called Shaver Springs. That all this is near Shaver Lake. The and he was they have some geese and stuff like that out there that stay year round out in the pond. Now, and my nephew and my kids, they're raised up there, and swam in the ponds and fished in the ponds, and had sleepovers out there, all kinds of stuff. So they know what the sounds are that are out there, and they know when geese are bathing or trying to fly away, or the sounds that geese make, or ducks or birds in the water. Well, something really huge was in the water, and it sounded like it was splashing, like taking a bath. And more than one person heard it, and that's another place I'm going to go check out, because it's just only probably 5 miles as the crow flies from where that track is. Yeah, and then that yeah, it is good news, Pam. I'm so happy. Oh man, I already downloaded a really good video editor. I'm getting ready. But yeah, that's a driveway that thing is that it stepped on, and there was only one track, and my wife and everybody was saying, "Where's the other tracks?" Well, Bigfoot could a track if he was running, if he, in order to leave a deep impression on a dirt road with gravel, usually dirt roads are pretty packed. You know what I mean? You don't leave tracks that easy in a dirt road. So it would have had to been running. So the next track could be 7, 8 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, who knows? But it wouldn't. The average person, or people like the girl there and her family and everyone else, they wouldn't know where to look for the next track. They would probably look 6 or 7 feet around, maybe 6 feet, and then they would think it. They wouldn't know where else to look. You know what I mean? Like that they wouldn't go probably far enough for to find the next track. I mean, you have to go pretty far, usually sometimes as high as 15 feet, to see the next track, especially if it's stepping in like it knows it left the track in the dirt road. It's going to try not to leave a track anywhere else so that anyone can follow it. I mean, they're that smart. Okay, so it was interesting. And so I'll be going up there, and I'm gonna you know check it out, see what I can find, dig up some stories, go a few places around there. Uh, just down the hill from that is the casino that I worked at, so I'm going to stop in there and ask them some questions and stuff. Because usually, if anything's going on up there, usually they know, a lot, way before the white people or the regular, people know. They'll know what's going on, or hear, that what's up way before anyone else. And getting them to talk about it might be another thing, though. But usually they do. It could have been like dropped out of a UFO or something like that. It's an interesting thing. Yep, you're right, brown dwarf. A lot of people only find one track, and then the reason is because they don't know what to look for or how far to look. Like that, usually, we think in terms of how we walk and our stepping distance and stuff like that, or our stride. And these things might be 3 or 4 or 5 times our stride. So, especially if it's running, like it might have been running away from her. You know what I mean? Like if you let me go back to that picture really quick here, and if you look, the dirt in the track, it looks like kind of fresh. You know what I mean? Like it's still, you know how like when water sits for a little while, the cloudiness will go away. It'll kind of settle. You know what I mean? The dirt will settle. That looks like it was not very long, been there very long, because the dirt is all stirred up. You know, it's kind of muddy looking. It looks like it settled a little bit, but it hasn't settled to where it's a clear puddle yet. So that means it wasn't a long time since that was made. And then if you look on the right side of it, you could actually see where it may have even, the track may be kind of weird looking, because maybe it was turning when it ran. You know what I mean? Like it may have like turned on the ball of its feet and pushed that mud up on the right side right there. You can see kind of like two layers. Maybe it was looking back to see who is following him. Like maybe he saw that girl coming and was getting the heck out of there. You know what I mean? And I mean, there's a whole bunch of things could happen. But I know it's big. I mean, when you look at her footprint compared to it, it's pretty big. I don't know how I don't know if I can zoom in on that, but I didn't think of that before I started. But I mean, you can tell that it looks pretty big and a little bit distorted. And I don't know if it would have twisted an ankle, but it may have, landed on one foot in mid stride and turned like that, and its whole body turned and kind of pivot a little bit, and then made its next step out of there. I mean, they're graceful, and I mean, I've watched them run. Their head doesn't bounce like we do. They don't bounce. They kind of glide, and it, it's hard to tell just by looking at tracks, like to tell a whole story about what we're seeing or anything. All I know is it's a pretty big track. It's on a dirt road, so that can make it distorted all by itself. Just that. I mean, there could be more gravel on one side than the other, than where it stepped. I mean, and Jeffrey's gonna have the girl on this weekend. He's gonna. I think he already did the interview and everything. So if you guys want to hear her side of the story and anything else that Jeff brings up, because I'm sure he got out there with his team like post haste, and most especially probably tried to beat me out there. Even though I'm not in a competition with them, Jeffrey lives a competition. You know what I mean? Like everybody's stealing his stuff, or and he's going to get there first and all that. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be the best and the quickest and the fastest and Johnny on the spot and all that. And that's all good. And I'm going to be listening to his show so I could hear, because I'm interested in this just as much as he is, like maybe more. Yeah. Yeah, it does look like that, and that would be the side that the rocks on the side, on the left side, and that's the side that the track is messed up on. You know, and the rocks that'll keep them from sinking in. But only that. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to get on and tell you guys. I got a brand new computer now. I mean, it's not brand new. What I did was I gutted the old computer. I took everything out. I didn't have enough money to buy a new case and new power supply, new all that stuff. But the one I have is fine. You know what I mean? Like really nice. So I mean, I just changed the motherboard and the processor. I saved up all the money that you guys had been helping me with, and then I had a friend come in and he gave me the rest of the money to finish the project, and man, I am so thankful for that. And you know who you are, man. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. And you know, I don't even know what to say. I can't wipe the smile off my face. I know that because now it's going to make me work now, because that was the only thing really holding me back from putting, except for doing live stuff. And I didn't, live's fun and everything, and I enjoy chatting with you guys, but you guys deserve more, like this track, for instance, like I should be getting out and grabbing a camera and going out there and investigating it and bringing that back to you guys. Only now, what's kind of cool, I can go live and I can also share videos. Because this computer can do that. The other one would not do that, but this one can. Like, so I could go get videos, and I can share them while I'm live, and we can sit and talk about these videos and stuff like that. I don't have to like edit it and then put it up and then talk about it later. I can actually show videos and clips and stuff like that on this computer when I couldn't do that before. And I haven't figured out all the things that I can do with it yet, but you can bet your bippy be pushing it to its limits, especially to its limits. Like, and in fact, if it doesn't even if it has a limit, I'm gonna overclock the CPU and I'll see how far it really can go. I just don't want to break it. I'm known to break things. Yeah. So how's everybody out here, huh? Let me see. Tatanka Custom Knives. Hey, what's up? And Bloody Mary Paranormal. Wow, nice name, man. Really, I like that one. Only more great stuff to come. You're right, Amanda. You're right. Really good stuff. Only, there's one caveat that I have to say. This room, the next week, it's going to be in the 80s here. I mean, it's rained all week this week, but this next week, it's going to be in the 80s. So that means this room is going to get like cleaned out. Everything that you see behind me and in front of me is going to be gone, and I'll probably one of the things I did when I good thing I got a spit shield. Huh? I'd be spitting all over the microphone. Um, one of the things I did when I did a lot of research on this computer, and one of the things I did was buy a motherboard that had Wi-Fi, a really good Wi-Fi. So that means like once I get to really doing this room, my wife, um, she wants me to do it really bad. I got a big piece of sheetrock right here, and I got a 5-gallon can of paint behind me, and all this stuff behind me over here. No, I'm gonna roll the whole thing. What's up, Sword Point and Ivy, and there's Matt. I don't know if I don't know if we talked about Matt's thing, and the Matt was the one that heard the one in the pond. Hello, James. Yeah. So what I did was I bought a motherboard that has Wi-Fi built in, kind of like a laptop, but it's a big giant computer. That way, when we start tearing this room up, I don't have to be connected to the router or anything. I can go sit on the front porch, and I can go live anywhere around the house, and I don't have to be connected because I'm not sure how. I'm going to move the router and everything out of this room and everything out, but I don't not sure exactly where I'm going to put everything at the moment yet. That's actually not my job. In my job description, that's my wife's. She does all that. I just do what she says, you know. And I think that's the safe way to put it. Yeah. Uh huh. It's 34 degrees and you got the the sunroof open. Oh man, that's freaking freezing to me, man. Holy cow. What's up, Cold Warrior? Well, Cold Warrior, I guess, 34, that's probably humid, you know. Ah, you're on your way out of the country, huh? I thought you'd be over there with Trump, like on Trump's support team or training his support team, his security detail. Well, on the wall to my right, which you can't see, and I don't want to show it because there's a bunch of boxes right there, will be like a very light turquoise, like almost imperceivable, just a little bit of a. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Since it's only one wall, it's that color on the top of the can. See the little spot? It's going to be that color, and then the rest of the wall is going to be white, like an off-white, or only it's not going to be a orange or a tinted like a yellowish or orangish. It's going to be like a bluish off-white. So it's going to be white, but only with a like a gray, blue-gray kind of tint, barely perceptible. That I guess that's more than barely perceptible. So that's the wall where when we have our bed in here, the bed, that's where the head of the bed goes on that side, and so then the rest of the wall, the ceiling, everything's going to be the regular white, and then the room that I'm in, sleeping in, that's going to be the studio. What would I say? Studio slash beading and whatever else my wife does. Um, will be all white and with new carpet and all that. And new carpet in here too, because there's no carpet or anything in here. It's all cement floor at the moment. Every like this is like I've been working in here quite a bit. Yeah, only now it's time, it's time to really start having fun and get everything out of here and do the paintings. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, make sure you have a good roller and a good brush for cutting in, and that would be, and it doesn't matter about the paint, really. Yeah, I'm in our bedroom right now. That's what I'm using, and this desk that I'm sitting at. It used to be in a corner over there, and I took the when we pulled the carpeting out. I just pulled the desk right into the middle of the room, and set everything up. And I've been broadcasting ever since, right in the middle of this room. And I've been working around the room, doing things. But now it's time for the whole everything to come out of the room because they can't put carpet. And I could cover this desk and then paint, but only they can't put carpet with desks and stuff in the room. So I got to get it all out. And I actually probably could do painting, a little bit of video on painting. I was a union painter. I grew up painting. My grandfather was the business rep for the painters union, and so he started off as a painter, and they call them painters and glazers. They used to put the windows in, and then they had that putty that went around the windows. That was a long time ago, huh? So he soon as before I even graduated out of high school, I already was working in the painters, learning how to paint, and he put me with these old dudes that taught me the old school way, and I painted for a long, long time, and then one day I was painting these custom homes, even back then in the 70s, they were like $300,000 homes. Beautiful, beautiful, like 2, 3 stories, big old giant homes. A lot of woodwork, so a lot of stain and lacquering and stuff like that. Yeah, right. Glazing. That's what it was called. Glazers. Yeah. And one day I walked out of the house and met the owner, and then was going back in the house to show the owner, my work. And I couldn't remember, I don't recall 1 minute of being in that house painting. And so, so I'm like, I'm walking in there looking around going, wow, it was just as fresh seeing it painted as it was for the owner, because I don't remember painting it at all. My mind was doing anything, squatching, camping, fishing, hunting, shooting, whatever. It was not painting though. Even though I was painting, my brain was not painting. So that's when I started learning that I needed to find something else to do, because I really wasn't enjoying it. Even though everyone loved my work, I wasn't getting into it that much. Although over the years it came in handy when the need to put the food on the table, and there was no work anywhere. I could always do side jobs, and I could paint furniture. For the longest time I sandblasted. I would sandblast all those tanks that you're talking about, James. Only I would sandblast anything, huge giant tanks, little tanks, porcelain off of bathtubs, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was a sandblasting fool. So there's my painting experience. Yeah, like everybody wanted to hear that. You know, yeah, welding's almost the same thing. Anything in the trades, I like painting now for like fun. Like I'll enjoy doing this bedroom, but I would not enjoy doing it the rest of my life. No. But I still enjoy it, and I like afterwards step back and go, wow, that looks good, because I know what I'm doing. And man, blacksmithing, wow, I would love to do that. I like reloading ammunition. I really love, and doing leather work, carving leather and stuff like that. I enjoy doing that. I haven't for a long time. Somebody stole the tools, and so I haven't done any leather in a long, 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 long time. But I used to enjoy doing that. I've thought about getting back into the leather carving, and do wallets and purses, and I even used to do like pictures, and you carve it and then kind of dye the leather, like kind of like painting it. And I would do like, maybe I could do some squatches. Like I drew this squatch. Let me show you here. Let me see. Where are you? I have. So I was thinking about Forest Ninja, right? So I drew this Bigfoot. It's kind of like it's just a quick little sketch, but something I wanted to put on a something I want to put on a T-shirt. You know, I was just thinking it might. I the little bandana thing around his eyes. The Forest Ninja. That's what he is, Forest Ninja. That so, I thought that was kind of fun. But I was thinking about putting that on a T-shirt. I don't do any welding, man. I could use it for some kind of army helmet or something like that. Like a paint gun helmet. Well, bye Adolf. Maybe Adolf will go up the hill with me and go check out the where those tracks came from up there. Yeah, kind of like a gangster Bigfoot, huh? Kinda. But only you see the way it's a ninja. See how it's supposed to be like a turtle, like a ninja turtle. kind of like. But you know, I'm just thinking of ways like something to put on T-shirts. But I don't have. I need to figure out how to get it off of paper and put it in. Put it on T-shirts. I'm not really sure how. How to do that. I know there's some kind of program that you can scan and then you can take things off and that's not going to I don't want all the detail either. It's just going to be like this, type of thing. So a little bit of detail, but only one color. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have a bunch of colors. So whatever detail I put in would be like I don't know, invisible. Yeah, man. A few people stole that forest ninja from me. I've been saying that for 20 years. Easy calling them forest ninjas because I've been out. I know, like a lot of people haven't known me since, when I started with Paranormal Central. That's when it started getting where people knew me, and then finding Bigfoot and Monsters and Mysteries and all that. I think I even called them Forest Ninja on Monsters and Mysteries. And that was like 2012 or 2013, something like that. Yep, uh-huh. I have a whole bunch of shirts. People send me shirts. You know, I they send me shirts and I wear them everywhere. And I'm getting now where they're starting to get like frayed and stuff like that. Because when I used to work at the casino, I used to give away 10,000 shirts a month, and I would design all the shirts, for the different themes or giveaways, whatever I was doing, whatever promotion, like, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, all the stuff, St. Patrick's Day, like what we just had. And I would design these shirts and I would give them away. Well, I collected them. You know what I mean? And I had those vacuum bags where you could put them in them and suck the air out of them, and put them in there, thinking they're going to be fine in there. Well, 5 years later, I'm pulling them out and looking at them. They got yellow stains all over them, and it's like, how did they're in a sealed thing? How in the world did they get all stained up and like falling apart even? And then I started realizing that if the shirts don't last forever, I'd have to like really do something with them to make them last like that, to save them. So then I decided, you know what? I just wear them. I'll just wear them. And if they're gonna go bad and that, whatever I put them in, and I didn't enjoy that shirt, then forget it. I'm gonna wear all my shirts and enjoy the heck out of them. Wear them for like 5 years. And if you have enough shirts, you can wear different shirts all the time. So it isn't like you're wearing the same shirt over and over and over. And so that's what I do now. And I have quite a few Bigfoot shirts. Only there, I think the last time I got one was maybe last year, except for the ones I have from Pam that I still haven't sold yet. I was thinking about selling them. I was thinking about keeping them, I mean, and wearing them. But I the I have a link to some T-shirts. They're not the greatest shirts though, Ed. Not the greatest designs. I was just because I don't know how to draw on the computer yet. So and I haven't figured out how to transfer my drawings to the computer. So what I got, and it isn't that great. And I mean, I wear them. I bought one of each kind, and I still wear them, but they're not the best Bigfoot shirts. At least I don't think so. I guess other people might. I shouldn't cut myself down. It was just designed on the T-shirt online little thing, they give you to design with. It's not that great of a thing. An XL shirt? Hmm. Well, you might look at you. I have a link. Let me see. I don't know exactly. Well, I know if you go on my main YouTube page, at the very top right, there's links, and one of them is Teespring, and it has shirts. And I think I did have it where it was free shipping there for a while, but I think that ran out, and I didn't change the link. So when you click over there, it might say, this promo thing is over. That just means that the free shipping thing is over. It doesn't mean, anything else, just at that. And heck, maybe I might go over there and extend that free shipping thing for a while. I think they should have free shipping anyways, really, to tell you the truth. I think everything should have free shipping, you know. Yeah, we were thinking about that. Like instead of pillows, we're like make a patchwork blanket, and then just sew them like patches onto a thing. I have a vest. I have a whole bunch of patches like Bigfoot, Sasquatch, related stuff. I have to learn how to sew patches on. Either that or take it somewhere and have them sewn on. But I thought about doing the leather and making purses with like stuff like that, like Bigfoot things and leather wallets for men. And I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can make. I like the idea of, yeah, spray glue. You spray it on. Only you got to get the little curved needle and all that. It's been a while since I did anything. My wife does all the other stuff like sewing and jewelry. They do Indian jewelry. Her and her sister, and they're natives. In fact, there was a painting I had behind me. It was their grandfather's painting. He's a real famous painter, Cherokee painter. He's passed away, but he has his paintings all over the freaking place, in the casinos, all over the Cherokee Nation, everywhere. There's stuff, and they've been doing Native American jewelry, and so it's some things that they're doing to try to raise money. I'm not really, now that I have my computer done, I'm not really trying to raise money unless I want to upgrade some equipment or get a thermal, what do they call it, thermal camera, or really it's like a, yeah, thermal camera. I don't want one where I can see the thermals. I want to be able to videotape or record the therms. So I want a thermal camera, and a pretty good one. Only they're really expensive. They're way out of my thing. Way out of my thing. Yeah, Fleur. Yes, I want one of those, but only one that can record. So like if like everybody that does YouTubes and all that kind of stuff, they do it to make a living, right? And I get people like making comments and stuff, and they send me things, emails and stuff like that, criticizing me and all this stuff, and I'm like, you know what? If I was like doing it this to be making a living, I would do this totally different. I would have like bumper music, and I would do it like Jeff. I mean, everybody has to know. I've been was Paranormal Central for like 8 years. I know what goes into a show. I know how to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. I don't want to go do. I'm not into work. You know what I mean? I'm not into it. I'm into chasing Bigfoots and stuff like that. And I'm into coming and bringing and sharing with you guys. And I'm into sitting and chatting with you like this. I'm not really into, if it makes money, it makes money. That's how I see it. But only I know so many people that's trying to make money online and do it through videos and then then you have the ones that they think that's what I'm doing too, and they're trying trying to step on me and step me down or whatever, whatever. They could have all their fun if that's what's fun to them. Enjoy getting on my case about me not having whatever, or not saying things the right way or whatever. But I am enjoying myself. Believe me, I love you guys. You guys are great, man. The more that I could share, the more I like. Yeah, no, like on your scouts don't record, do they? Do they have like a SD card in them, and then you could come back and put the SD card in something, or does it have a cord? Like does it have something internally that you put in on it, and then you can transfer video to the computer? Or is it not? Can't record with it. That I want one that I can record with for sure. It has a USB cord, but it records inside of the thing, the FLIR. It is, Ed. Like if you're like my motto is like after I died and I had a career. I mean, I had a career, a real one. Like executive at a casino, and I worked my butt off, man. I mean, I started off at $8 an hour at this career, and I worked my way up to the very top of the casino industry, and I even got hired by Steve Wynn. And if you don't know who Steve Wynn is, Google it. But he hired me to run 5 casinos in their marketing department, and that's when I got hurt and I couldn't work anymore. So when I wound up riding around in a wheelchair for 3 years after. I mean, and I had like anything you wanted. You know what I mean? I had money. I had everybody. I mean, free game tickets. I had tickets to the Super Bowl given to me when I was working at the casino. I had everything. You know what I mean? Like I and I was having fun, right? I mean, I was having so much fun that I went right straight to the top of that industry because it was fun and it wasn't work. That's what I'm doing now. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. Like, as soon as you're not having fun, it's time to stop and do something else because you know what? Tomorrow, you might fall off the porch and bump your head, and that's the end of thinking anything fun, or T-boned in your car, or you never know, like you might gag on a hot dog. I mean, you don't know what it is that could change your life and put you in a wheelchair and change everything in your whole life. And then, if then you're going to sit around and going, man, I remember all these opportunities that I could have did this and that. And you're going to kick yourself. You'll be laying there going, oh man, I should have did it. I'm just glad I don't have a shoulda, woulda, coulda. I did everything that I wanted to do. And now I'm doing everything I want to do right now too. And I don't care like if I have. I mean, I've been playing the flute that I've been playing the flute that Tony Spirit Feather sent me. This one. And it has a Bigfoot on it. Man, it is so cool. It sounds so good. I've been playing it everywhere. Like I carry it with me, and I've been playing it in the other day. We were at the Indian clinic, the Central Valley Indian Health. My wife had an appointment, right? So I'm in the car and I don't have anything to do, so I'm in there playing the flute, right? And it's raining and the windows are all up and everything, and people are walking by and they're looking at me like I'm crazy, sitting in the van playing the flute. But I mean, I every time, like, I bring it with me everywhere and I play it. And I was sitting in there like day before yesterday, and I thought maybe I will make a intro, for my show or whatever you want to call this thing I do, and only it'll be my flute music, and some Bigfoot pictures or something like that, just for the fun of it, though, for the fun of it, just for the fun of it. I'll probably get critiqued from here and there and back again, but I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm having fun, I'm really having fun. See that smile? It's real. I'm not faking it. And you guys are great, man. You guys are great. Yeah, and I think I'm going to, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the flute and make flute music with, and do something, totally off the wall that everybody else has this stuff, like if you go on YouTube and you type in how to make an intro, right? It sends you to these sites where you copy somebody else's intro that they made, and then you just put your information on it, and then you can speed it up or make it faster or slow it down or whatever. You could change the music, but really it's theirs. You know what I mean? It's theirs. And I was thinking, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to do my own thing, if I'm even going to do one. Only I think I'm going to do one, and I'm going to use this one right here. And in fact, I've been having so much fun with the flute. Something that people don't know, that don't play flutes, I didn't know. You know, this flute plays the key of G. Okay, and you can't mess it up, right? No matter what you do, you can't mess it up. Long as you keep your fingers covered over the holes, it it's it makes a beautiful sound, right? But only it plays G. So I'm thinking, man, what if I wanted a higher sound? Well, I have to buy an A flute, a flute that plays A in the key of A. And then I found out, you know what? There's flutes that play A and C and F and G, and I'm like, ooh, I want all of them. That's then I'll really have some fun. So I'm thinking about that. I would give you a sample, but I have to let it dry out. That's why it was sitting here. It When you play it a long time, it's a little bit cold and moisture, it's been raining and stuff like that. When you play it a long time, inside there's actually two chambers. There's a chamber right here that you blow into, and then right here where the sound comes out, this thing actually moves, right? Well, water builds up inside of there, like how when you clean your glasses and you go like that. Well, moisture builds up inside, and then it changes the flute and it makes it sound ugly. And I was actually sitting here for 2 hours playing this flute before I came on, and that's when I decided, the flute wasn't doing it. So I put it down to dry, and then I was looking at those pictures that girl put up of the Bigfoot, and I thought, and challenging this computer to see if I could crash it or make it crash and burn somehow. And like I was running a video, and then I was recording. I used the instead of going live stream, I was recording. I was recording myself playing the flute, and I was playing videos showing how to play the flute and other things. Scrolling on Facebook, I just had everything open, and I was just doing anything to crash the computer. Like I wanted to crash when I'm not online. Okay, at least I care about that much. much, right? Like I care about you guys, so I don't want the darn computer to crash right in the middle of a live stream. I just don't. So I'm doing everything I can to crash the darn thing. I mean everything. And I have Audacity open, and I got a studio open, and I'm recording, and I got Facebook open looking at pictures, and I'm playing the flute and recording it and everything, and then deleting it and recording it and deleting it. And then I deleted it, and I was sitting there, and the flute it started sounding terrible. And then I thought something was wrong with it, because I play it about an hour and then put it down. Usually is about as long as I could take. But today I've been playing it all morning, all day, really, just and trying to make the computer crash. Using everything. And but I mean it might sound a little bit okay. Let me see. Here we go. But yeah, it's really you could tell it's a little bit off a little bit still, but it's still wet on the inside, and I guess like it swells or something like that. It changes the tone. But I couldn't crash the computer, and then I was like, well, I can't crash it. Let's go live. And let's go live. And last time I shared some pictures only one time on the other computer, and everything froze on me. The CPU, the processor could not handle streaming and just sharing a picture, right? The computer I was on, it couldn't do that. I mean, it was like crash and burn one picture. That's it. Just live streaming and one picture, crash and burn that computer. So, I did all that and it didn't crash and burn. And I thought, oh, you know what? Those really, I'm going to share those pictures with everyone, because I think they're neat. And I can't wait to go up the hill and actually, take a camera up there and go nosing around. That's one thing Jeffrey doesn't have that I have. And this, he might not like hearing this part though. He has to work. You know what I mean? Like every day he works 9 to 5 or whatever. He has that job that I don't have. So that means I could go up there every day for a year if I want and run around there and find Bigfoot tracks and do all that kind of stuff. And I was telling my wife, I just might do that. Only I'm a little bit torn. That's the mountains, even though it is close, real close. It's only like maybe a 45-minute ride. I mean, it's just barely in the mountains, barely. I'm more interested in what they're doing in the valley floor. Ever since I found out that we're the 5th largest blueberry state, I've been obsessed with finding where the blueberries are and if there's canals and stuff like that running to the blueberries, because I have a feeling that there's Bigfoots running around looking for blueberries in California. I just have a feeling. It's just got some. So I want to find out, like, where are they going in the Central Valley? Even though I'm still, just for the fun of it, I am and interest, I will go up there to Pine Ridge and look around. And I might do it a lot at first. Like I might take 1 day a week and go up there, or 2 days or 3 days a week and go up there for, and see if I can't figure that puzzle out. And once and I'll come back and share all that with you guys. Everything that I find, I'll share with you. And still work on the valley, because there's some ideas I have now that I have a computer that I could actually run Google Earth, flat out running it while I'm streaming and everything. I mean, I was doing that too. I had Google Earth going, and I was spinning the world around and zooming in and out, and had Facebook going, and I had a video playing down in the corner. I thought about setting up 2 or 3 more monitors, across. Like I wanted this thing to crash, or I want to see what it could do. Like, can I? What it does is it tells me what can I do. What can I do with it? Well, it looks like I could do a lot of stuff, and I can't wait. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff, and I'm gonna be bringing it. I'm gonna have edited things. I'm gonna bring video and share it with you guys. Um, yeah, like that one where I went out to the dikes and that I put up, and those 3 teens were telling me about their UFO experiences out there. That was so awesome. I mean, I thought I was going to be the only person out there, and when I got out there, there's all these people walking, and there's a big gate. I mean, I showed the gate, and they have trying to keep people out of there. I think they'll have a hard time keeping people out legally though, because for man, 20 ever since I was a kid, you used to be able to drive down in there, and everybody was walking it and riding their skateboards and doing all kinds of stuff. And here comes these kids, and they start telling me their UFO thing. That's what I want to bring. I want to bring stuff like that. Like, I want to go places and just get like on the street kind of interviews. But I want to do everything that I can, and then come and share it with you guys. But I love the on the street stuff, off the cuff, not planned. I love that stuff. I love it. I love it. I love doing that and catching people off guard and getting there true where they don't have time to think about it. And like if you say you do Finding Bigfoot, a month or two in advance you're going to be on Finding Bigfoot. What you don't know is what they're going to ask you. So for like a month, you're sitting there going over all these scenarios on what you're going to say and everything. And so it's kind of like, rehearsed. You know what I mean? But only if you go out there like I did the other day, and these guys are just, one of them crashes. He got on his skateboard and crashed and hurt his elbow. And I happen to have I carry a bag with me with binoculars and camera and all my equipment, everything that I need. And he crashed, and I have bandages and stuff like that. So we fixed him up, and and they're asking me, what am I doing? And I told them just doing something for my YouTube channel, Bigfoot and UFOs and stuff like that. And then they start telling me about their UFOs stories, and I'm like, wait, let me hit record, come over here, let me get the microphone. And I didn't know if they would like that or not. They didn't even care, But then, I got a bunch of emails saying, did you know that kid was smoking weed? Like, yeah, I watched him roll it. He sat right there and rolled the weed right in front of me. Like, so it's legal. Like, so what? And they weren't high school kids. They're like just fresh out of high school. One of them was actually a Marine. I can't remember their names, but the one that had the haircut and the green shirt, he was actually a Marine. And oh man, I got blasted for that. I got blasted for that in my emails. I mean, I got like 40 emails, telling me that I can't put that up, that video, I should take it down. I was like, what? I'm not taking it down. Next time I'll videotape the guy rolling the doobie, and, and I'll edit that in. Yeah, I will. Just because I can. And then they were all worried about cussing. I'm like, say whatever you want. I don't care. You know? Yeah, I will. I actually want to go up at where Brown Dwarf is. Oh my God, dude. Every time I watch your videos, I think of Darby O'Gill and the Little People. It's freaking beautiful up there, man. It is so beautiful. I want to go up there and see if I can find Darby O'Gill. Because I know he's up there somewhere and he's got a little pot of gold and I'm going to catch him. Man, that would be so fun. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that too. Jeez, I think that's in the works, man. I keep getting goosebumps every time I talk about brown dwarf. Wonder why. Well, you guys, I really got to cut and run. I thought I would just share the photos with you. That is fresh, hot off the press stuff. You might see it in the news and stuff like that here coming up. You won't. I know you're going to start seeing it from Jeffrey Gonzalez, so be looking for that. I mean, go watch Jeffrey's show. It's going to be good. He's going to interview this girl. It's interesting what's going on up there. Real interesting. They've been having all kinds of squatchy stuff happen up there. Finally, there's a track or something, that is substantial enough to show. So, you know, go check it out, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Before I tear this thing down and move it, I'll probably come on back on one more time and test this computer with some more stuff. Right? I'm gonna share some videos and stuff like that live and see if we can't crash it. Right? I was hoping there would be a whole bunch more people, that way I could crash. Maybe that would tax this computer. Like right now, the last time, usually like when I'm running uh, live streaming, this program says how much processor I'm using. Usually it's 35 to 40%. That's just me talking, right, and running YouTube and running this live stream thing. Right now, it says it's at 3.2%. 3.2%. Can you believe that? 3.2. Oh my God. I have 95% more to go. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to hit at least 50% tomorrow. I'm going to bring some I'm going to bring some videos and play them on the live stream and see if I can't get this sucker up to 50% and see, because it used to run at 50% doing nothing. Now we're going to do some stuff and see if we can hit 50%. Yeah, man, when you get off in the world, you'll have to call in. We'll have to get some of those international calling cards so you could call in, Sword Point, because I want to hear from you out there. Okay, you guys, I see Ivy saying bye, everyone. I'm going to say bye, everyone. You guys have whatever's left of your day. You have a great day. I've been praying for you guys. I want to thank you for praying for me. I want to believe me. Your prayers are being answered all the time. I'm living proof. I'm living proof that your prayers work, because I have a computer that is running at hardly nothing right now, and that's because you guys pray and care to pray. And I want to thank everyone for praying for me, and thank you for praying for everyone else. And I'm praying for all of you guys too, because prayer works. So with that said, you guys enjoy. I'm going to go run off and eat some dinner and have a good time. 3.9%. Man, wow, 3.9%. All right, you guys. Good night.